Alright, we're mixing on a canvas, because I think that's fine. This is a canvas that it's kind of just done for. Like it has a rip in it, so we're gonna just use this canvas. Should be alright. Appreciate it, I appreciate it. Thank you. Alright, we gotta there we go. So I have like a little bit more to go. Only like probably like another hour to hour and a half on this painting before it's like what I would call done. Alright, and then we need one more color. I can't find my blue, where'd it go? We have, okay, that's not the wrong, that's the wrong blue. Oh, here it is, okay, I found it. I didn't expect it to be so used up. Okay, that should be enough. So I would say like the last things to be done, I need to redo the sky because that's it's like a little patchy up here in the top. You probably can't see, it's patchy kind of up here, so we're gonna redo that. And then I need to finish the arrows down here. We did those last time, but I didn't finish. And then lastly is to fix this white outline, I think. Then we're probably good. I don't see a whole lot left to be done. Maybe some touches with the red down here, but other than that, we're probably good. So let's fix this sky first. I did have a flat brush. I don't know where it went. This is, oh, is it? No. I don't mind this flat, but this is for like, I think like grass or like fur. Where did my flat? We don't have that flat, but we have another one, which should be okay. I just have to be careful with this one because this is my watercolor brush. It's actually kind of messed up. I need to reglue this or something. Tape it or glue it. Or like super glue maybe. I might have some. Let's see. Alright, we do have super glue. We can actually fix this right now then. I think this is, yeah, this one's okay. Yeah. I have one that like only fixes glass for some reason. I forget what I broke, but something needed to be fixed, and I only had one that like fixes glass, but this one should be good. How does this work? I mean, let me not do it over my painting. Let me do it over here. Oh my goodness. Okay. A bunch of this paint just came out. Look at this. Oh my god, my hands are already done for. That's crazy. Okay. I guess that's a good start. My fingers are already crystallized now. Oh, let's take this apart and put it back together. I feel like when I was growing up, I like continuously had super glue on my hands. Because my dad used to let us like mess around in well, I don't know if he let us, but we did. A lot of his like tools and stuff. His tools and paint and super glue and stuff like that. And I feel like I used to always have super glue on my fingers, on my face. Why isn't this coming out? Oh, okay. Sorry, this is so... Yeah, I feel like this feeling is very familiar. Of just having super glue everywhere. Let's hope that stays. Looks straight enough. I'll give that a second. I mean, we already have super glue on our hands. I guess we can just do this. There was one time, pretty recently, I was messing with super glue. And I guess for some reason I brought it to school. And I had it... Oh, my fingers are all super glued up. I had it in my pocket, my upper like chest pocket, you know? And like all of a sudden I started feeling something really hot, like burning on my chest. And I was like, what is burning on my chest? And I sat there for a little bit before I like realized what it was. And it was a busted tube of super glue that was just burning on my chest for like a couple of minutes. Yeah, and that t-shirt was completely ruined. I'm gonna try and pull this back. I like to keep super glue on me like anyway, just as just like it's pretty useful. I'm not liking this brush. I'm gonna use a different one. We're gonna mix it with this, I guess. I'm pretty sure this is an acrylic brush anyways, but it doesn't feel like it. It feels like a little too soft. Yeah, it is an acrylic, you see that? It is an acrylic brush, but I don't use this one often. I might have never used this brush. That's a possibility. Because I can't think of a time when I've used this, or when I would want to use it, either. Okay, we'll use this one to mix it up, and then we'll use the brush we just fixed to actually paint. Okay. Thank you, I appreciate it. Appreciate all the comments. This should be good. I wanted to last, or I wanted to make it through the whole thing without having to remix. So, okay, there we go. That should be good. That should be good. All right, let's do this. Mine feels a little bit, the new mix feels a little warmer than the old one, but that shouldn't be too bad. It might just be the lighting as well. Just feels a little bit warmer. Like a little closer to purple. Just a touch though, just a touch. Feels pretty good. Hello, Steph. Is that it, Steph? Yeah, hello, Steph. Okay. That should be okay for now. We'll have to see how it dries, though. That's the thing. Sometimes these lighter colors, like, they dry quite differently. But I think we'll be all right. Okay, the next order of business was to finish the arrows. That was something on the list. So let's take a small brush. Where's my smallest brush? Probably this one. And I just want to put little shadows under them and then go over them with grass blades. That should be enough for them not to look like complete cartoons. I want to actually add a little bit of, I guess we can just add red. I was gonna, you know what? No, let's do it. I was gonna add some burnt sienna. Here it is. Yeah, I was gonna add some burnt sienna. Just to brighten it up a bit. Because sometimes I almost like just want to use white for things that are like shadows. Or not white, like almost just use black or like a really dark blue. But I think in this case, like the shadows are just not going to be crazy dark on these little arrows, I don't think. At least for what I want. They could be dark, but I don't want them to be. Alright, mixing up just like a darker brown. Sometimes with these transparent colors, I think it's kind of hard to get like darker, I guess more opaque darks. Okay, there we go. I think that'll be good enough. Let me zoom in for you guys. Also, if you guys can't tell, our non-nail biting streak continues. I don't know how long it's been now. I think it's been a couple days now. But I've been doing a good job, dude. I've been doing a good job of like not demolishing my nails by biting them. I was off it for a long time and then I got back on biting my nails. But now we're off, dude. We're off. And we've been off for a couple days. And it feels good to have nails. It feels good to not have your nails completely, well, they look kind of rough, but it feels really good to not have completely bitten up nails anymore. Now, who knows how long it'll last? That's the thing. I have no clue how long it'll last. What I was doing before that really helped me not bite my nails, was I was paying someone to like do my nails, and so that made me really not want to mess them up or like bite them like as a habit. But then I just stopped doing it because it is a little expensive, especially for something I don't care that much about, which is like my nails. So it was kind of a lot of money. So I just stopped doing that, but I think I might go back to it. because I don't want to have bitten nails. Is it German? It's so crazy. Like, even though you speak in German, I think I understand what you're saying. Let me see. It's not Zelda. 9. I don't speak enough German. I don't speak any German. 9. S. It's not Zelda. I can speak. That's one of the languages I definitely have not touched. Is German. I've touched a few other ones, but I have not dealt in German phonetics or German linguistics. But my Spanish, dude, my Spanish is something. I'm gonna add this one. I don't even know why I forgot it, but this yellow is really helpful for the grass. I'm gonna overlap it a bit. Probably shouldn't have put that there. How do you say thank you in German? If you're still in chat, how do you say thank you? Wait, is that even German? I think it is German. I think I'm not. No, yeah. That's definitely German. Definitely German. Yeah. Das Bild, that's definitely German. We put that out. Right. So this is what I was saying. I'm gonna overlap some of these blades of grass. I think this one's too big, so this one needs to be this little what's it called? This little arrow needs to be cut, like reshaped. So I'm just gonna take like a medium green, see if I can get it to match the background. Let's see. A tad too bright. This one too. This one's a tad big as well. I think I tried to like really get the shape, and I think that led me to painting them too big. That makes a little more sense. There. All right, that's not finished, but I wanted to switch over. The other thing I wanted to do, well, the sky right here still seems patchy, so I'm gonna go back over the sky one more time. And then I'm gonna fix the white outline. So I'm gonna mix the value that I think is close. What I'm actually gonna do, I don't wanna mix the whole thing. I don't wanna mix a whole batch. So what I'm gonna do is do like a test batch right here on the side. Let's see. I want you guys to be able to see it, so I'm gonna do it like this. And we'll see how that dries. If it's close. It looks pretty close so far. I'm gonna let that sit for a second. It might dry darker though, because who knows? You can never tell with this stuff. It always dries like a different shade. It actually looks pretty good. Maybe a little darker. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of white to it. And we'll see. Okay, that looks all right. So, I want to move this light real quick. All right, there we go. So I want to, I guess, just improve this line a bit. It's a little, I'm thinking I might have to go over this guy one more time. Because it's just a little bit like getting on my nerves. From far away, I don't think I would even think about it. Like, back here, the sky is the least of my worries. Yeah, should I let's see, should I redo it? I think I'll redo it. I mean, how bad could it? Well, I don't want to say that, but let's redo this guy. I'm gonna mix it the same color again. See if I can't get a more full layer than what I got now. So we're gonna mix a lot of white, a lot of blue. A lot of white, a lot of blue. See, that seems a little dirty. This color doesn't seem right. I think that's part of the issue as well. I think I'm gonna go like this and work on a cleaner section. Okay, there's some red that got in that one, but we should be okay. It would be really nice if there was some sort of like mixing tool that like you would like pour in a little bit of paint and it would just like spin it. It would just spin the paint, even like a really small amount like this. It would like spin the paint until it was fully mixed in. That would be really nice. That would be a really nice idea. All right, let's see. This looks okay. Looks like it'll darken up a little bit, probably. So add some white. A touch of blue, okay. Let's see if this isn't better. Let's see if this isn't a little better. Now this is definitely gonna darken. It just looks like it's gonna darken a lot. So we'll keep that in mind. I thought about doing a sort of design in the sky. I don't know what that would be though. I thought of like some sort of tribal like animals. Maybe like an outline of a crow or something like that. But I don't know how much that'll really add to this painting right now. And I also don't know if I would really want to clutter everything up. I think if I did it faint enough, it wouldn't clutter anything up. But I think if I did it poorly and I did it like just like passing, I didn't think too much about it, I think it might just clutter stuff up and make it like unnecessarily complicated. Okay, this looks much lighter, but I think it'll dry pretty similar. Let's fill this in. It is crazy how different this color looks right now. I'm pretty sure Like I would say I'm a good 70% sure that this will darken up. But it does look different right now. It looks really different right now. That being said, I've seen stuff like this darken up quite a bit. Okay. It's still gonna be a little patchy. Like let's fix some of this. Okay, there we go. Let's put this in here. Hopefully this darkens up. If it doesn't darken up a little bit, then we're gonna have to redo this for like a 4th time, which would be, I'm down to do that, but trust me, I'm down to do it again, but I prefer not to. Okay, let's let this dry for a second. I'm gonna retouch this as well. I think it looks okay, but I think this little edge. But you know, I always think, a lot of times I'll imagine that like something I don't touch up later is going to like mentally affect me heavily. Like I'll be looking at the painting and that'll be all that I can see later on. But that's never the case. Like I always forget about it. I always forget about the mistakes I made. I have that same thing with OCD or like OCD type things where I'll be like, if I don't do this now, I'm like never gonna forget it. It'll like never leave my head. But then 15 minutes later, even if I try to remember like what I'll remember the fact that I thought something was gonna never leave my head, but I won't remember what it was that I thought was gonna stay there forever. So I think it's helpful to just keep in mind that like you can mess up in paintings and you probably won't even, it probably won't be the first thing you look at least for me. I don't think too much about the things I messed up on in paintings. For the most part, I feel like when I see my paintings, a lot of them I like, which I think is rare for artists. I think a lot of us like just hate our art regardless of if it's good or bad. But I think my reactions to my paintings are like, one, I either just like it and I want to do something like that again, or like I think it's all right, but I wouldn't do the subject again or the style again, or I just wouldn't try it again. Or I do want to try it again, but just make it better. Like the little series I'm on now of these kind of paintings is because I liked one of them and I just wanted to keep doing more of this kind of stuff. I almost wonder if we took this like little highlight of cherry syrup, if we took it into like whiteness almost. Just like a brighter value, maybe like a yellow, like a bright yellow. Let's see. That might make things look a little like gross. But I just want to go to like an orange maybe real quick. Let's see what this looks like. Let's see. I really like this red. This is a Naphthol Crimson. It's like really bright paint. Does that do too much? I think that might, it almost, you know what it feels like? It feels like it turned the whole thing orange. Even though I just put a little speck right there, it feels like it kind of turned the whole of the drip orange. I don't mind. I think it looks okay. I like it. All right, I want to add in some more of these dark red spots on the horse, which is just black and red pretty much. Ooh, that's kind of just the same. I thought it would be more red. Let's add more red to that. I kind of don't like this little like blue patchy spot. So it's like a blue gray. I think you guys can see it. Like this little blue gray bit. I'm gonna get rid of that. So we're gonna just mix up pretty much just straight up blue, maybe a little white. Just get rid of that spot. And maybe we need to simplify the shape of the horse's situation, because I think right now it looks. I think it actually looks okay. I just think it kind of maybe is a little distracting a bit, if anything. Especially because this is such a complicated area anyways. Like there's already a lot going on down there. With the foot, the red, the blue. There's a lot going on. So maybe we just fix the shape a bit. Maybe take some of this red back in a little bit. Got some color on there. Okay. So I like that you can do that with acrylic. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I just took a wet thing on my finger and just wiped off this little spot that I messed up on, but I just rubbed it out. Okay, the blue looks good. I like the blue. We're going to fix this white line though. And maybe make it not so white everywhere. I think that would be nice as well. Just make it, at some points, make it like the same way it's here, like it's darker blue down here. I want to have a little bit like lighter blue up here. So there's not just like white everywhere, because white is really stark. White is really, I think it's kind of a little too much for this painting in some spots. So we're just gonna make it like a really light blue to surround him. It's definitely lighter than the sky, but we need it to be like darker than white. Which should be really easy because anything that's added to white will make it darker than white, so we'll see if that plays out like this. Still pretty bright. Still really bright. It's not quite as blue as I thought either. But we are working with like really close to white anyways. I know you guys can we can definitely see the difference, I think, in the white and the what's being added on now. Okay. And I think I'll touch white in like in some other spots. You guys might not have even seen that. I'm gonna touch white in some spots. Back again once you finish this. I think the white's helpful, but I don't think it needs to be everywhere. And right now it's kind of like, it was everywhere at least a second ago. I think it's likely that we also need to retouch the water as well. Maybe not the whole water, but at least this side needs to be retouched, right? Because this little difference is stressing me out. And then also we need like a line that just delineates the sky from the earth, or the sky from the water a little better. All right, let's put this down. I'm gonna remix. This blue. Shouldn't be too hard. Sometimes it is difficult though to remix a color, because you kind of forgot what you put into it. But I think this is just blue. I think it's pretty sure this is just ultramarine blue. Maybe a touch of red, but I don't think I would do that. I think I would just put blue. Yeah, I think it's probably what I did. It's pretty watery. All right, we're gonna put this in, and then later I'll start thinking about that line in between the sky and the water. Yeah, I'm almost certain this was just ultramarine blue by itself, like a touch of white, but yeah, just blue. I don't think I would have went through the difficulty to mix in a bunch of colors for something so simple. All right, you know what? Since we're getting so close, I think I'm gonna sign this. My mind is telling me right here, and I think I want to do red, even though it's really stark. I think I want to do red. If not, you guys are gonna see me wipe out a bunch of bright red paint, and that'll be a pain. But you gotta find out somehow. So let's see. All right, let's touch this in. Let me zoom in a bit. I think I need more red. It's like kind of touching towards white. All right. I love signing paintings as well. That's like one of my favorite parts. Because you do like a different color and you gotta just... All right, let's put it in. 3, 2, 1. I don't hate that. It's a little... I've thought about changing my signature as well to something more like recognizable, because if you bought a painting and it just said CD, you might be like, well, who painted this, dude? But I typically sign my paintings on the back as well, with like more information. All right. Let's look at where we're at. Let's look at it. Let's look at the painting. Oops. Just mystify the way. I feel okay about it. I feel pretty good about this. We forgot the sun and the stars. But if this was an assignment and I had to turn it in, I'd feel okay with this. Yeah, I'd feel okay. I do need to get... Let me grab it real quick. I did want to add in the same... And I still have no clue how I got her skin tone to look like this, because it's a better color than this one. Yeah, this one's more yellow. This one's more yellow. This one's more like red. Maybe I just added in more red. I wanted to add in this thing at the corner, which I don't know what it is, but I like it, so I'm gonna add that in again. But I need to just see it. All right, let's put it in. gonna mix up the white blue. It's lighter. Okay, so it's lighter than the sky. So at the very least, we need to add more white to the sky color. That should get us most of the way there. A little bit more white. Thanks to those of you guys that have liked this stream. I appreciate that. I didn't plan on. Well, I guess I never really plan on streaming this early. But we're already almost at 45 minutes, so we've been here for a little bit now. All right, who knows how much this will darken? It'll just be guesstimate, I guess. Hopefully it does darken up though, because I don't want it to be this bright. All right, there's the main one. Let's do a different orientation this time. Let's do one here, a bigger one down here, and then a yellow one. Which I think I did it in like probably Indian yellow. I don't think I would have done it with lemon yellow or cadmium, sorry. Yeah, that's probably the right color. They need a second layer because they all have like a little something else to them, but they will be, I think, nice when they're finished. Let's add another yellow. Okay. Yeah, I have to wait for that one to dry, the salt to dry. Let's add some white to the back of the rider and the back of the horse. I think like right here needs some white. Probably just this whole little like corner section. His back doesn't really need it. And then maybe right here as well. I'll fix the horse's face. The outline of the horse's face. I really want to build some frames for these paintings. Right now I have 3, I guess, that need to be framed. So I'm planning to just go to the hardware store and get some wood and then paint it and frame it. That's what I did last time, and it was very... The painting's actually pretty big, so I don't have it like right next to me, but there is a video on my channel if you want to see that. I think just like look up $25 frame on my channel, and I have this huge frame that I built for 25 bucks. It's like a 4 foot by 5 foot, or 4 foot by 3 foot. It was 40 by 50 inches, so whatever that calculates out to, or 40 by 50 inches. I don't know the math right off the top of my head. I think I might call this one done. I'm gonna let it sit on my wall for a little bit and let it see if anything nags me about it. But I feel like it might be done. Unless something big jumps out later, then I'll be like wanting to fix it. Oh, that already dried. You can kind of rub stuff out if it doesn't dry yet, but that one dried. This little thing dried, so we have to fix that. There we go. You know what I'm kind of feeling? And this is kind of risky. Yeah, this is pretty risky. I'm thinking a splatter, right? Oh, you know what? I forgot we need to do the line up here. The horizon line of the water. But a splatter of red, I feel like would be kind of nice somewhere across the bottom. So why don't we risk it all in this painting that already looks okay. And just do that. I do want to protect it a little bit. I don't want to just splatter the whole thing. So I'll grab a piece of paper. Or better yet, I'll grab my jacket. Let's use this. I just want to do like a light splatter down here. So we'll cover that up. Just add a little splatter down here at the bottom. I know splatter is kind of like the lowest level of art. Well, I don't know if that's fair to say, but... Alright, that's probably enough. I feel like splatter is very close to... I don't even know what I'm saying. Splatter is like close to like a craft art, I feel like. But I don't think it hurts us right now. I don't think it hurts us painting. Alright, let's fix the horizon line. Not fix it, but just add to the horizon line. Also, I want to add in a lighter touch to the three little suns that we got going on. Okay. Just a little brighter. Now this one in the middle almost has like a complete white speck in it, so that's exactly what I'm gonna do. They both do, but the second one is bigger. This one has a big white fleck in it, and then this one has a tiny little dot. And I'm mixing up some more yellow. Some more Indian yellow right here for this one. Okay. All right, I think I'm gonna call this done for now. I don't wanna, oh wait, no, I keep forgetting, I'm sorry. One last thing. I keep forgetting this little line. Mixing up some white and blue again, just a little touch lighter. I want it to just be in between the two values of the sky and the water. If it's somewhere in between there, we should be okay. You just need to keep this line really straight. If I was working in oil, this is probably where I would try and like fog it up, use like a fog brush or like a mop brush style, like a big fluffy brush that you can just swipe paint around. But I don't have that and I'm not using that, so that's just the same color as this guy. Let's do a touch darker. Okay, should be better off now. That still feels a touch too light, but I think it'll work out fine later. All right, I'm gonna put this on hold for right now. I think I feel done with it. I feel pretty done with the way everything turned out. I'm gonna let it sit for a second. But let's zoom out. Let's see what we got up to today. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I feel okay about it. I feel like it could be stronger in some places, like just the overall like composition could be stronger. And I feel like maybe the color, I feel like the horse should have been white, but I also think it looks really interesting being blue. So yeah, we'll go put that off to the side for now. Yeah. Okay, I have bad news, but this is what it looks like right now on the wall. So we have this one. There we go. That one. There we go. And then this one. But I have bad news. I did not imagine this would happen. But we got some red paint on there. So we gotta find some way to... I hate how this looks now, the little red paint. And it's not gonna scratch off. So we're gonna have to fix that later. Actually, we should just fix it now. Oops. We have another couple minutes for the stream. So we finished one and then we messed up another, so we need to fix this. For some reason though, let me see. For some reason, this sky color is like not the easiest to mix, because I had these are my swatches before, and all of them look really close, but they're all like very different values to this right here. But this guy needed to be retouched anyway, so let's just have at it. You really only need blue and white, so I'm just gonna do that. Just grab some blue and white. Here's our blue. And here's our white. I'm gonna scoot over here for a second. And then just try our best to remix this color, I guess. We can mix right here. Hopefully I don't, you know what? This sky might have some more colors to it than just blue and white. I think I might have gone a little bit more with this one than the other one. Let's see. We'll see though. Let's see. Let's see. So let's see if this. See, it looks very different now, but we'll have to watch and see how it dries. Okay, I'll just leave this here for you guys to watch. See if it dries the same or different. It's drying. It's still wet though. I wish I could just like pick it out. I could just pick these little splatters out. In the meantime, I'm gonna mix up a different color and see if that's not closer. This one looks really close when it's pretty, still not dry. But who knows what it'll look like when it dries. That's one thing where oil really has the advantage though. Where things just look the way they do. They just look the way they're supposed to. Okay, I'm gonna give this a shot. I think this one looks close enough to just see how it'll work out, especially if we just tap it in like this. You can kind of, yeah, you can definitely see the color, but oh yeah, you can definitely see it get darker. Let's try this one. Worst comes to worst, we'll just have to, or not worst comes to worst, but like, if it doesn't cover them fully, we'll just have to go back over with a new blue, which it doesn't matter. It'll take me probably 30 minutes to redo. But at the very least right now, we're just covering up the little spots. It looks like this is maybe drawing a little too dark, so we'll add some white and see if it looks clear. All right, we got these, cover these little bits up. We'll probably have to re-go over the sky with another blue, just for the sake of it. Because I don't have great confidence that these will dry the right color. So we'll just have to redo the sky. But it doesn't really matter. This little red dot, though, is kind of... These are... Yeah, okay. We're going to have to redo a lot, I think. Not a lot, but just... What's up, blue? Not redo a lot, but we're going to have to redo the sky. And then this little brown spot, too. We're going to have to redo that. And I don't even know how to mix that. That's probably just... Well, let's see. If we mix some white and then... some burnt sienna, some ultramarine blue, that's close, but there's probably some red. Okay, I'm trying to remix this color right here, so let's see. Probably some red, and then a little more blue. Oh, the horse. Okay, the horse, sorry. The horse is still blue, still very blue. And I think we're finished too, so I think it'll stay blue. Okay, that's totally the wrong color. At least it looks wrong right now. I can show you the horse. I think I finished the painting today though. I think this is the finished painting. Let's see. We retouched it a little bit, and I think this is it. Yeah, I think that's done. But in the midst of like adding some little red splatter, I got some splatter on this painting, so we need to redo the sky and the mountains. Yeah, we definitely need to redo. Thanks, Blue. I appreciate it. We'll definitely need to redo the sky. That's gonna be. Should I just do it right now? I've never loved this guy. I've never loved this guy on this painting anyways. Maybe we just redo it right now. Let's just redo it. This is acrylic. We're using acrylic today. And I think I'll probably stick with acrylic for the foreseeable future. Okay, let's remix. Because I just don't like... I feel like oil is just too much. Alright, let's use a different palette. You know what? If we mix our paint on here, on this thing, we can knock out two birds at once. We can prime this with paint, and then we can also use it as a mixing palette. Yeah, the splatters already, by the time I noticed it, like when I tried to scratch them out, they were already dry. All right, this might be too much paint. Let's see. I'm gonna move. I would have loved to just wipe them off, but it was already too far gone at that point. All right, just trying not to spill more paint all over the place. This will probably dry pretty dark, so let's add some more white. I think this is okay. I think we'll just run this through the painting and see if it doesn't look half decent. If not, we can repaint this guy for another time. I think this is a sky I've painted multiple times as well. All right, let's just go in. Actually, hold on. I can never tell what this guy's gonna look like though. I can never tell how vibrant or how dull it's gonna be before I do it. Just go in. Be careful around the edges of the stuff. Well, in a way, I kind of have to get rid of the edges. Just get rid of them and just wipe them off. There we go. Maybe this will be fun because it'll give us kind of a textural... Oh, I forgot about drawing around the baby. It's going to be a pain. What was I saying? Oh, this might give us like a textural sky. It might be kind of fun to see the brush strokes and everything. You know what I should have done? I should have glazed this painting. I don't know why I didn't. Well, I can't find my... For some reason, I can't seem to find... maybe I ran out of it, but I can't seem to find my my gloss varnish. I can't seem to find any. I think I must have ran out. Because all I can find now is my matte varnish. But I don't want to matte varnish this painting. I prefer to gloss varnish this painting. Really any painting that's like a little more serious, I prefer gloss varnish. Unless it's like supposed to be matte, like it's a mimicking acrylic or gouache. then I'll use matte. But usually I feel like with acrylic, at least I am, trying to mimic like an oil effect, kind of, in a way. I can add some movement in this. It looks very white right now, but I think it'll darken up nicely. And we'll just scrub that around. Just gives it a chance to fix the baby's hand. Ooh. Okay, there we go. Should be alright. Yeah, so I guess we'll just see how this dries. It looks okay now. The color looks alright. It's drying a little bit unevenly, but that's to be expected. Just do this on the sides for fun's sake. I think it'll dry fine. But that means we have a little more work to do. That means we have to redo the little sun and the stars that were there a second ago. We'll get to redo the outline a little bit, and then we'll also get to redo some of this little baby's hand, I guess. Okay. But I think I'll save that for another day. I think right now I'm just very grateful and thankful that I was able to finish the other painting and that this one is kind of relatively in a decent spot. So yeah, I'll let this dry, and I'll see you guys later. Maybe tomorrow, who knows? Maybe I'll stream tomorrow, that'd be nice. But yeah, I appreciate all you guys' support, all the chats. And yeah, I'll see you guys later.